Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to So You're Being Hunted, episode 587 now, I do believe. So, in the last episode I was joined by Phil and Connor once again, and we actually continued the topic of toys, this time from the 2000s to the 2010s and up to 2018, basically. And so basically I'm on my own again. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit wheezy when I breathe in and out like that. I don't know if you can hear that. Just, I'm a bit sort of tired today, basically, ladies and gentlemen. Had a bit of a restless night. Not too bad, though, nothing to be worried about. But, basically today, this afternoon, I've decided I'm going to sit down and do a big sort of mammoth being hunted recording session. So I'm going to record this episode, and I'm thinking I might also, after this one, get onto doing a challenge, maybe like an hour-long challenge that I can then split down into more than one episode, probably about 3. Because, essentially, it is kind of August now as I when I record this, and very soon in the coming days I am likely to be visiting friends and family back up in the north of England, which means, of course, for a couple of weeks, roughly, I'm not going to be able to do any recording, so really, over the next couple of days I actually do need to get cracking on with that, and just make sure that I have plenty of material to basically go on the channel in the meantime. Now I've got a fair bit of bonus content that I can always sort of fall back on, mainly just like small, short games, things like that in my Steam library, etc, which I can always play, which is good. So there's that. But of course, ideally I want my sort of regular schedule to be able to kind of keep going during the time that I'm away from my, that I'm away and unable to do recording sessions. So we'll see. So I'm going to have a So You're Being Hunted recording session. I need to record more Metro 2033, kind of get, plenty of that ready. Maybe some RTCW actually as well, come to think of it. That'll need some extra stuff recording. So I'm planning on doing that, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, I'm going to focus on Sir first, and maybe over the next couple of days do some more Metro, some more RTCW, other stuff, blah de blah de blah. Right, I need to go to the South Island, which is off in this direction. Hang on, I should look at my map. It's roughly where we need to be. That's fine. Okay, hold on. Fucking poachers and landowner. What a bunch of assholes. Alright, keep moving. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There's a big house in the distance up there. Now, hope you guys, of course, are all doing well watching this. I was just thinking, I could have launched straight into a challenge for this video, but then again, because I've only got the one island left to clear out on this map, I thought, why end this map here? Why not just round it off? I feel like if I essentially just ended this map without, bothering to clear that final island, I feel like people would get triggered by that and they'd be like, but so fucking close, Red. Because that's definitely how you all sound and all that. Alright, jetty should be over here. Let's go over this way, ladies and gentlemen. See what the deal is. I can't actually remember what biome I set the South Island to actually be. I have no idea. I can't recall. I can't recall at all. But it doesn't matter. Not that it matters at all. This is just a default playthrough. We don't need a particular biome or anything like that. Oh boy. Actually, something I was thinking about though, during this, just before I started this recording session, because I'm always thinking about topics I can talk about in these episodes and whatever else have you. I was saying, the topic I was thinking about, actually, because I was just thinking about the castle biome here in So You're Being Hunted, because I'm thinking for a challenge I might do something with the castle towers, something similar to what I've done before, but just something that's fun nonetheless. No, what was I thinking? I was thinking about just castles in general, and castles I've visited here in the UK, because the thing is, I remember when I was a kid, and we would go on family holidays, and whenever we went on sort of family holidays at places within the UK, quite often there were castles or, sort of old English, like medieval and pre-medieval fortresses and places like that we'd visit. Historical sites, basically. So it got me thinking about castles and historical sites here in the UK. Are there any sort of good ones that I'd recommend never visiting? Things like that. And the answer to that is, well, yeah, there are some good ones. If you're ever visiting the UK and all that, there's some great ones that you can come and have a look at. I mean, the thing is, being someone from the region of Lancashire and being particularly close back when I was living up north to Lancaster, Lancaster itself, of course, has a castle, quite a notable one, a fully intact castle, and it has a very sort of rich history to it. Oh, shit, time to get out. And no, it has a very rich history to it because it's mainly known as well for like the assizes, sort of the court that's attached to it. And you know, whilst obviously Lancaster Castle does have a very long and illustrious kind of history, one of the things that it is particularly known for is the role it played in the Pendle Witch Trials. So if anyone who doesn't know what the Pendle Witch Trials were, here in the UK, specifically northern England, sort of East Lancashire, there's this hill called Pendle Hill, and of course it's got a lot of like little villages and things around it. But during, I think it was either, I can't remember if it was the 1500s or the 1600s, one or the other, there was a notable event in that area. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, did I just get rid of that stout bottle? It just auto-clicked on the freaking button that gets rid of it. Jesus. Right, I'm going to need to look for more food. That's fine. Tell you what, let's get rid of these guys. Screw these assholes. I'm just going to shoot. Ow. Get to line of sights. Hit you. Get out of here. There we go. So yeah, Pendle Hill. Back in the 1600s, there was obviously the incident with the Pendle Witch Trial and all that, where basically a load of women, predominantly women, a couple of men as well, back at the time, were basically accused of witchcraft. And Lancaster Castle's assizes, where I think all, or at least most of them, were tried. Sorry, my historical knowledge is actually failing me a little bit here. I should have maybe researched this before I started talking so confidently about it. But, you know, that's one of the things that Lancaster Castle is famed for, and the reality actually is that the Lancaster Castle, you can actually go there and you can have tours around it, guided tours. And I always remember as a kid, my grandparents once took me and my sibling out on one of these tours, and the highlight of it was when they take you into the castle dungeons and they lock you in one of the cells for a few seconds, and of course it's pitch black, there's no light in there or anything. So it was quite something, that was. It was a very interesting place to visit if you're ever in the region. There we go, got you. That's how you deal with them. Right, let me just get some shotgun ammo for these gits. I'll just eat those blackberries while I'm at it. So if you're in the region, Lancaster Castle, ladies and gentlemen, great place to go and visit. Alright, just eat those mushrooms. Give me some immediate good stuff. What if I just... I don't actually have matches. Can I just eat that raw? Nah, you have to actually cook it first. Never mind. Never actually knew that, though, about the raw meat in this game. You can't just eat it raw. You actually have to use the campfire first on it. Whew, tripping out like crazy. Did I check this cottage over here? No, I did, didn't I? Or was it that one? There's a lot of these cottages around, actually. Now, you know, whilst I'm obviously on the subject, though, of talking about historical sites of significance here in the UK, so Lancaster Castle, always worth a visit if you're ever up in that region of the country. And there are lots of other castles that I do sort of vaguely remember visiting in my youth as a young kid. But actually one that I do remember, and this was down south on a family trip, down to the south of England, was Old Sarum, this sort of Iron Age hill fort here in the UK. I can sort of still vaguely picture it. Now that was when I was very, very young, but you know, if you want pre-medieval history, that's also a very good one. Very, very interesting, because of course you're talking about a time that's long before the Norman conquest of 1066. You're talking about a time when, you know, British tribes, or rather, you know, like Celtic tribes, things like that, would have been sort of at war with each other at times, etc., etc. So really interesting stuff. And the thing is, there's another castle from more recent years, which actually I do have some footage of, which I once did in my John Red Southern English Tour video. Do you remember that video that I did? It was just like an update video I once posted on the channel, but it was also a bit of like a highlight reel of places I'd visited. That was from more recent years as an adult. But during that trip, one of the places I visited was a place called Arundel Castle, in the village of Arundel, in sort of West Sussex, I think it was. And, was it West Sussex? Yeah, I think it was West Sussex, wasn't it? I can't remember. But essentially, in the village of Arundel, there's this large castle. And I say castle, I say it actually as if I'm saying it in inverted commas, because although it's called a castle, it's not like a medieval castle. It's a castle that was basically... No, fuck off. No. This is where I could die, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, ballsy. Oh, I'm still moving. Interestingly. Somehow, I'm still going, because I'm sort of still swimming. That was weird. Alright, well, as long as he's buggered off. Yeah, he's gone off over there. Oh, fuck's sake, there's another one. Where was that friggin' smoke column? It was over there. Alright. He friggin' caused a right bit of problems there. But Arundel here in the UK, Arundel Castle, so it wasn't built in medieval times. It was like a kind of stately home, but was built in the style of a castle. Which of course is always interesting, you know, when you think about how aristocrats back in sort of like the 18th or 19th century or whenever had all the money in the world to basically do that, which was kind of ridiculous. Some people, you know, too much money. Obscene amounts of money, in fact. I hear you. Tellos. They're coming over. I think Squire is behind the building. Take his tea. There we go. Oh, wait, we got a little something there. Shit. I need to be careful in case he comes round. Don't want to friggin' trigger him. The old Squire, old boy. Oh. Friggin'. Oh, God, there's a poacher on my ass. I don't believe this. Well, pull him out. Pull him out like so. We might need to deal with him anyway, actually, because otherwise he's going to be a problem, isn't he? But Arundel Castle, another place you can go to. Pay the entrance fee, you can get in, and it's huge. You know, there's a lot to see. There's like the castle, quote-unquote, itself. There's also like the, I think it was the Fitzalan Chapel behind it. And of course it's got like huge, spectacular gardens as well. If you want to have a look at it, basically just look at my General Red Southern English Tour video. Search for that on YouTube, it should come up. Because there's a bit of footage on there, among other things, that I went and saw and did on that trip. Well worth a visit, ladies and gentlemen. You know, speaking of historic sites, I think I've talked before about, you know, if we move away from things like castles and things like that for a moment, you know, there's other stuff. You know, because you know I'm into obviously like my maritime and nautical history. Can you stay in 9 sites, please? You. Right, fucking poacher's gonna be a problem if I'm not careful. Too far, bitch. You're not gonna hit me. Oh god, there's more of them behind. There's loads of them coming over. That's not good. Shit. Got him. Right, he's out. The others will bugger off, though. Hopefully. And then I can get to the device piece. Because there's always hunters around. Got to that point in the game now where I'm so cocky that I'm just going to use my guns. Alright, are you buggering off yet? No, you're just hanging around over there. They'll go in a second. But yeah, maritime and nautical history, you know, on that subject, if you're in Portsmouth in the UK, always worth giving the historic dockyard a visit. You can visit HMS Victory, HMS Warrior, among other things. And the Mary Rose Museum, the old Tudor warship. Which, back in the 1980s, this is actually quite a remarkable story, but for anyone who doesn't know, the Mary Rose was a Tudor warship that sank during a battle off the Solent, whoever it was, south coast of England. Basically, it was the pride and joy of Henry VIII's navy, but it had like a disastrous end where during a battle it seemed to essentially go over. It basically seemed to take on water and then it sank. And there's been various theories put forward as to why it sank. Nobody knows for certain, but there's a lot of different arguments. So some people, for example, argue maybe it was too top heavy, and when it tried to steer too sharply, maybe the water got in through the lower gun ports. But nobody, like I say, nobody really knows. Nobody truly knows the answer. But in the 1980s, what was quite remarkable was that basically the wreck of it was actually found, and it was actually recovered. It was salvaged. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, okay, I'm going to die because I don't think I have bandages. Shit, I got... Why are there fucking robots everywhere? Come on now. Jesus. Get out of here. Right, so continuing on with the story. So Mary Rose was found in the 1980s, and like I say, very remarkable story, because essentially it was salvaged, raised from the seabed, and its wreckage, what remained of it, was all preserved and is now on display in the museum. They've sort of put back what's left of the ship, put it back together, which is really incredible, you know, when you think about this old, like, 16th century warship, and just the amount of work that must have gone into actually doing that. So that's always well worth a visit, obviously, if you're down in Portsmouth and all that. Oh, well, that would have been good to have that talisman before I fucked up. Good lord. Where's that dog I'm hearing? Oh, he's going off that way. That's fine. That's fun-dubby-dozy. Alright. I think I'm going to use my hide me talisman for getting into here. If I get nice and close first, and then just trigger it. Yeah, I should be finding bandages before I do this, actually, because it's so dangerous. Go. I'm invisible. You don't know where I am. You'll hear me, but you won't know where I am at all.
What is that?
Right, I'm just going to go. This is actually very fucking dangerous because they're right there. Okay, well they've deactivated at least. Okay, well that makes that a little bit easier, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Alright. They're going to come out over this side, they probably are. I need to investigate some cottages. Look for food, vitals, etc, etc. Okay, fucking scarecrow. But yes, like I said before, I've probably talked a lot about Portsmouth Historic Dockyard in previous episodes, so I won't spend too long talking about it. But yes, plenty to do. And me and Phil have talked about other sites like Beamish, Open Air Museum, stuff like that before. That's always another good one to go to. It's like a full-on village recreation. It's pretty good. Alright, you're going over in that direction, Mr. Wisp. Straight towards the rider. Which is not what we want at all, really, is it? Unless the rider keeps going off over there, in which case we'll be okay. Give him a wide berth and all that. Yes. Now, there is another castle, actually, just to get back to that particular subject, which I can't remember the name of, but I sort of remember it because my parents always used to sort of laugh about how when I was a very, very young kid, probably sort of about 3 or 4 or something, they once jump scared me by pretending they were going to fire a cannon. This is a story which parents always fucking talk about it. Whenever we talk about, fuck me, why are you coming in this direction? You have all that space to walk in and you still walk directly towards me like a bunch of assholes. Good golly. Yeah, but there's a castle. I don't know. It might be in Wales. I'm not entirely sure. No, just back up. Fucking hell! God, there's like fucking just multi-patrols of robots everywhere. No, we're at the late game stage here, but Jesus, give me some fucking space, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck me, there's robots over there as well. Oh boy. I need food. I need vitals. I've let my supplies run dangerously low on this map. I don't believe it. Oh, is there anyone by this mansion, actually? Looks like maybe there isn't. Maybe we'll be able to investigate this one. And guys over there as well, of course. Supplies. This is what I need. Bottles. Stuff. I need bandages as well. That's what I need. Oh, bandages. There we go. Got all that. Food, though. Also need that. Haggis. Eat. There we go. Take that. That'll keep me going for a little bit. There's fucking crap in there. Good lord. Oh my god, is that fucking Hunter Patrol already come back through? Looks like they are, aren't they? Oh, where the fuck am I hearing a dog now? Oh, is it stuck behind there? I think it's stuck behind there. Get that. Get the pie. There we go. Right, we've got some food. Wait, was there a... No, there wasn't an alarm clock. I was seeing the one in my inventory. Nothing in there. Oh god, he's come back round. I need to be careful. Fruitcake. There we go. That's more like it. What the fuck are you doing up there, buddy? Right, let's keep moving. What I should be doing is using this. Oh, fuck off, you bitch. Get out of here. Right, he's deactivated. Thank God. Keep spinning around like so. Right, I've kind of got myself off track from where the Wisp was actually going, which is kind of annoying. Oh, never mind. Here we are. It's more like it. There's a big fucking lake, though. Need to get around this, don't we? Without the fucking bog beast popping up and trying to kill me. Do it. Hold it, hold it. So if anyone knows the name of any castles in Wales or wherever, which have lots of old artillery pieces outside them, that would be very fucking nice, ladies and gents. Right, there they are, they're over there. For fuck's sake, I have to swim across here. I've really done badly at this. Unless this is quite shallow. If it stays fairly shallow, we'll be okay. Alright, turn that off. Get that. Alright, at least we got stuff now. In terms of items we can use. We've got bottles. Good for stealth. Here we go. Let's get nice and close. Oh. Didn't see anything, boys. Didn't see anything, buddy. Take that. Go over there. Right, they're going to go that way. No doubt one of them's going to turn around at the most inopportune moment, though. Yeah, one of them has already turned around. Their pathing is always so annoying. Right, take another of those. Direct them out. That's... No! Don't turn around. Take another one. There we go. It's hard to see them, but... Fuck's sake, are they still fucking... No. Right, they're gonna just wander off, aren't they? Ooh. God, they're right there. Do not wander in this direction, please. Okay, you're going over there. Will you follow him? No, you're just going the other way, are you? It's decided they couldn't be arsed staying together anymore. That's nice of them. Alright, and you just need to find this other device piece. It's off over there, apparently. Is it in the... Oh, wait, no. Over here? Hold on, just follow this thing. Where are you going? You going beyond the barn? Yes, you are. Oh, bollocks. Fucking hunters, poachers, bloody everywhere. This is not what we need. If you're on your own... I know you've got the dog with you. Shoot. Oh, this is bad. Bad place to be. Don't really want to be in the water. It's dangerous. Alright, just hide here. Hopefully they won't see anything. This will be an extra long episode if we have to make it. Extra long. Lovely. Got that water effect. You just see it cut off at the bottom of the screen there where it technically thinks I'm sort of underwater. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? Where are you? What are you fucking doing, bud? Why are you coming towards the water's edge? No. Alright, fine. Is that how you want to play it? Fucking missing every shot. Of course I am. And now the fucking dog's coming. Right, hold on. Right, you're out. Ow. Why are all my shots missing? What the hell? I was shooting right at him. What's that about? Come on. Christ. I take so many fucking gunshots he did. What was that about? Bloody hell. Oi. You just stay back there. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I lost a load of health now as a result of that. But if we just get away, get clear, we'll be okay. That hunter will have lost sight of me. Jesus. What a bunch of assholes. There's a fucking rider off up there, which is not good. Eat the fruitcake. There we go. Are we healing up, please? 17 health. Okay, we are healing up, but very, very slowly. Because I needed to actually eat something, that's why. Right, where the fuck are you going? Seriously? We're going off over here? There's another one over there. Oh, bloody hell. That did not go entirely to plan, ladies and gentlemen. But, fortunately we got out. If I died again there, I probably would have just said, fuck it, end the episode. I will ditch this map and just do a challenge. Oh, hello, 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 hello. That's more like what we want to see. Is it just the... Oh no, it's two hunters. Alright, if I get behind this shed, I can do this.
Over there.
Right, they heard me. Oh god, hello. Fucking hell, I can't hit them! What am I doing? Why am I so shit? What's going on? Come off it, you bitch. Oh god, get that before he friggin' shows up. Got it. All three down, there we are. Lovely. Oh, no, he was behind me. Just gonna run off before you cause a problem. Get back to the old device piece. Get back to the old jetty. All right. Oh god. Now, going back to the topic of conversation that we were discussing until I was so rudely interrupted by all those robots. Castles. Sites of historical significance here in the UK. You know any good ones? Hit me up in the comments and all that. Always nice to know of good historical sites. And I'm not necessarily talking about museums here. I'm talking about actual historical stuff. Whether it's castles, old ships, old fortresses, maybe old like stately houses and mansions. They can always be a good one as well. You know, actually, come to think of it, I can think of another place that I remember visiting with family back when I was a kid, probably in my sort of very early teens. Has anyone been to Haworth in Yorkshire? Haworth in Yorkshire is significant because on the face of it, it's just like a historic little village, but it's famous because it's where the Bronte sisters used to live. You know, Emily Bronte and all those. So, you know, if you're into your literature, a bit of history there, you can go to the house in which they lived, see that. And I remember actually, you know, as a family we went up there because I think we went up there because my mother was always very much into sort of classic English literature. What are you guys fucking doing? You're just like wandering back and forth in that field like a pair of melon heads. Yes, that's probably why we went up to there, to go and visit the place and see what it was like, and I just remember it being very nice. Okay, fine, you want to play it like this? Oh, you're out. You're out too. Fucking help, there's loads of them. Get around the back of the house where they can't see me. Get the dynamite. Eat. And eat. This is bad actually. Shouldn't have taken those. I just downed the hatch to see if maybe I could, you know, get a bit of vitality back and all that. Just wait for it to wear off. They won't come round the house, they'll go to the last place they saw me. Their AI's not that sophisticated. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go, he's backing off, thank God. And the other ones are still looking around though. Right, you know what, ignore them. Oh, fucking who? Okay, no, they're just deactivating, that's all. Oh, but I've got to deal with these assholes now, potentially, unless I can just go past them. Sea beast, don't kill me. Okay, luckily the water is just about shallow enough, I think, to stop the sea beast from getting me. Alright, we're nearly there. Almost there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get there, and we'll be square. Okay. Oh, lordy. Lordy, lordy loo. You know, speaking of the Bronte sisters, I don't think I've ever actually read any of their novels. Maybe I should pick some of those up every once in a while, because they are supposed to be good, you know? All that. Because the thing is, like, the last sort of proper classics I was reading were things like Wilkie Collins and Charles Dickens. Wilkie Collins is The Moonstone, that was the book, come to think of it. One of the last sort of pieces of classic English literature that I read, which was a decent enough novel. Basically about a little crime that occurs surrounding the theft of an ancient valuable gemstone. And it's all like, you know, aristocratic English upper class society trying to figure out who done it and all that. Decent story if you're into that kind of thing. It's often heralded as one of like the first examples, I believe, of detective fiction. Something like that. Or at least in England, I think. At least I'm pretty sure the blurb on the back of the book said that. Maybe they were exaggerating, who knows. But yeah, that was a good one. And yeah, I haven't actually read a Charles Dickens, come to think of it, for a while. What was the last Charles Dickens I read? Was it... No, the last Charles Dickens book I read was probably Hard Times, come to think of it. The one about Thomas Gradgrind, the industrialist, who grinds down the minds of children to rid them of their imagination and stuff like that. Very curious. Alright, boom,
you've done it. I'm bringing the device up to speed now. I hope you won't consider this impertinent, sir, but I'm amazed you survived. Hang on. We'll have you out of there in 3, 2, 1...
And for the millionth time, we see the ending sequence. That's very good. Right, can probably wrap the episode up here then, ladies and gentlemen. So, Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with the link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. If you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated. Other than that, I'm going to sign off now, folks. Goodbye, everybody. Wow, look at this. These bats here. God. Incredible. You know, I've been to the ruins of the bats, the Roman bats, in the city of Bath, here in the UK. If you've never been there, actually, it's really, really good. There's a whole museum around the bats. It's fantastic. Or at least, you know, what remains of the bats, anyway. It's real, real fascinating stuff. So, if you're in the UK in south westish, you can go to Bath. Yeah, worth it to blow. Oh, look at this area. Check this place out. Okay, Aquitia, what do you want to show me? Is there like a mural or something of a woman in a hood? This person was just sort of frozen gold looking into the waters. Okay. Talk to me, Aquitia.